Is it true that prisoners beat up their cellmates? Well, people don't generally go to jail for sexual harassment. Sexual assault, yes. And a lot of it is going to depend on the person and the cellmate. Check out Ian Bick. He's a YouTuber who spent a handful of years in federal prison, and his podcasts and vids talk about all of prison culture. Did 3 years in a state penitentiary, and there is a huge difference between the incarcerated in jail and those in prison. Jail and prison are not the same. But to shortly answer your question, yes. For many reasons. You touch my commissary, you're getting hands. You disrespect me, you're getting hands. You start rumors, you're getting hands. If you have any type of crime with a child, you're getting hands and also getting the fuck out of my pod. So walk your ass up to the booth and say you fear for your life. My state number is 123,406, and if I see you in Gen Pop or in the yard again, expect the same results. Respect and the power of your own word will keep you from getting your block knocked off more than anything else. Also, where I was locked up, they never put two people of different races in the same cell. That's just asking for a fight. We're too different. It happens. Mine did. Way more likely to assault another prisoner over a debt or a perceived disrespect than their crime, honestly. I worked 14 years in corrections and never saw one inmate assaulted solely because he was a sex offender. 16 years in a West Coast state prison. Every state is different, honestly. Some states, West Coast for example, yes. If your people prison is segregated by race, whether you like it or not, find out that someone is a sex offender, they are getting a flight for life out of the yard. That's when a helicopter lands to take a critically injured inmate to the hospital. Depending on the circumstances, you might be told by your people that you must assault your cellmate because they've found out he's a sex offender. Or a group of individuals will assault him in the chow hall or rec yard, just depends. But yes, on the West Coast your life is forfeit on GP yards for sex crimes. Yes. In Sweden they even have a separate prison for this. Not separate floor, but separate jail. Skogholm. Only surprise fuckers and pedos end up there. Sweden is fucked. I spent 12 years in prison, various jails, transit spots, etc., and never saw someone get beat up when knowledge of their sex-based charges were found out. I did see rats get beat up. One especially bad one when the kid was sleeping and they hit him with a lock. And a majority of the time the fights were over stealing, relationship stuff, gambling, talking shit, etc. This was federal, so I can't speak for state prison. Yes, I worked in a men's prison in finance, so I didn't get to see firsthand, but of course heard reports and saw notes relating to reasons for transfers. If criminals spent as much time and hard work on the outside finding legal creative solutions as they do inside, many wouldn't be there. Like who discovered if you mix toothpaste with toilet paper it dried incredibly hard and can be sanded and shaped into a stabby weapon? Anyway, they don't just beat each other up. At my prison a man was brutally sodomized in the yard. Yes. A good friend of mine was in for just under 3 years and he told me it's true. When the other inmates figure out a new inmate was involved in sexual assault, especially with minors, oftentimes, they are on the receiving end of violence. As they should be. There's a lot of factors, but mainly depends if the cult in charge likes you or not. They know who may be a problem. Those seating charts aren't randomized. Watch Lockup Raw, it's a great show. Or was. I don't know if it is still making episodes. For sure, sometimes a prisoner beats their cellmate for no reason at all. In New York, in the box, they assist in people's cells based on race and size, like they only put same race, same size together. It's children enthusiasts that get beat up. It's pretty universal in all prisons that those people don't do well. I mean, my dad just stabbed his cellie with a shiv and got another 4.5 years. So yay, probably? Yeah? Lol. For sexual harassment assault? I would doubt that. It's true for pedos though. They aren't allowed to hurt each other, but obviously they form gangs and get into fights and stuff. There's sort of an understanding when it comes to the different crimes people commit. Like if you killed a health insurance CEO, the other prisoners might treat you like hero. If you sexually assaulted children, you'll be a pariah. It's not like they'll just beat you up. 247. There are consequences for assaulting people, but people will lob insults, maybe take quick kidney punches, etc. Getting fully attacked isn't off the table. It's just sort of a crazy thing to do because they are gonna know who started the fight and you'll get it added to your sentence. It kinda depends on a lot of stuff, like specific security facilities, but messing with kids is the main thing that will get someone attacked. Only did 60 days, but never once saw a fight or anything major. People argue over little things, but nobody ever wants to take things too far.